Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my first ever monthly reset video. I'm really excited about this one because I actually did a lot to prepare for this. Not only did I create a whole reset worksheet for myself, but I also finally organized my entire Notion to not only cater to these videos, but also just content creation as a whole. I've been doing everything on my Notes app on my iPhone, which there is nothing bad about the Notes app. I love it. I am a Notes app person for life, but sometimes I just need a little bit more functionality when it comes to content creation, editing, filming, posting, scheduling, all of that jazz. And I finally got my Notion life together. I do have to give a big shout out to Modern Millie. I don't know if you guys have seen her here on YouTube, but she was amazing. Her Notion setup video really helped out. I'll put the link to her video down below in case you guys are interested, but enough of the chit chat. Hi, how are you? I am so happy that you're here. My name is Fatima. I am a 29-year-old living in the beautiful desert of Las Vegas, Nevada with my husband and our 4 kitty cats. I like to talk a lot about personal finance. I like to do vlogs and really just whatever core memories I want to share with you guys. So if you guys would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. If you hit that subscribe button down below, it would mean the world to me, and it's free, absolutely free. Anyways, let's get right into it. So this is my Notion homepage. I have everything organized with my tasks that I need to do, my routines. Then I have the whole spreadsheet of the month. I actually need to delete this and add March. And then I have my little world building section where I have things that are going on in my personal life. Then we have content creation right here and quests. This is where I put my monthly resets and just any other things that I'm working on. I'm thinking about putting a section for work on here because I have been starting to use Notion a little bit more at work. It's just helping me stay organized with any projects that I have going on. Let's go into my monthly resets. So here I have them organized by month for the whole 2025. So let's start with March. So recapping last month, February. Oh, so many wins, so many highlights. We celebrated so many birthdays, so let's put that. Dylan turned 31, and another win, a big one. We started our home buying process, which I'm super proud of. I am so happy that we've been able to do that. Got to spend time with family. Another one would be that we met our financial goals. I'm gonna put it related to our home financial goals because I know for sure we met those. We met our home savings financial goals, and I think that's it for now. I don't want to force myself to add all 5 if I don't need to, so I'm gonna stop at 4. Some challenges. So we did start the home buying process, but we started it a little too early, so that has become a bit of a challenge. But honestly, I would say it still turned out to be a win because we have even more time now to prepare. I did realize that the amount that we were saving towards our closing costs was a little too low, and because we started the process so early, I'm able to give ourselves more time to save, which is great. And that way we won't have to pull from any type of investment that we have going on. So that was a challenge, but regardless, it was a good challenge. This is more of a work-related challenge, but I think I'm still gonna add it on here. I've kind of lost my rhythm of having a work-life balance. So let's put that. Would like to get back on track. And what I mean by that is I work from home, so it's really easy for me to not get off of work when I need to get off of work, or not take my lunch when I need to take my cat's playing or not take my lunch when I need to take my lunch. And that's because I work from home, because I'm like, okay, I'll just push it 30 more minutes. Then the 30 minutes turns into an hour. Then the hour turns into, I'll just skip my lunch for today, or I'll just get off at 7 instead of 6. So I want to get better at that. Another challenge would be balancing it all. I am still trying to find my, what's the word I'm looking for? My structure? My cat is still playing. I've been waiting for her to stop. My structure with work, life, content creation. I am really struggling, but I'm really hoping that all the updates and changes that I'm making to my way of going about just everything will help. So creating the Notion template that I worked on, not this one, but my content creation Notion template, and doing a similar one for work. Another thing is sleep. I should be typing these down. So balancing it all, life, content creation, and what else did I say? Work. And then sleep. I want to, it's just so hard. I have really bad insomnia. I actually diagnosed insomnia. It stems from my PTSD, which started back in 2018, I believe. I was diagnosed with pretty severe PTSD back then. It's kind of gotten better over the years with therapy. So I love therapy. Thanks to therapy, it helped a good amount. But with that, my sleep got worse over time. I have really bad insomnia. And so it's always a challenge. Sleep is always a challenge. And yeah, sometimes I'm just laying in bed looking at the ceiling for like 30 minutes. More than 30 minutes sometimes. Or I just have my eyes closed and I'm like, okay, go to sleep, but I know I'm not sleeping. It's really weird. Let's look at total income that came in February. So if we look at February budget, my cats are just going insane right now. I am so sorry, guys. So income that came in February was $9,535.17. So let's go ahead and put that amount. Total expenses for the month was $4,328.60. So it was actually under the budgeted amount, which is pretty good. Highest expense category. What was the highest expense category? I don't know. I actually didn't take the time to see that. So let's see. I think bills, but does that really count? Second is savings, but does that one really count? I guess groceries, because that would be an expense category. Closing costs right here, that's our savings. So I'm not going to count bills or closing costs sinking fund. So groceries, which was $738.49. And that's actually good. It's actually good that groceries, it's both groceries and eating out. At least it's not our personal spending. So let's just add that, groceries and eating out at $738.49. Groceries and eating out. I can't spell today. My goodness. Unexpected expenses. I know for sure one, it would be opening up a new bank account, which was $30. Even though it's a very small expense, it was unexpected. The reason why we opened up a new bank account, we opened up a credit union bank account just because we have been told that credit unions usually offer the lowest rates when buying a home, and we are going to be doing an FHA loan. So any way that we can save money, we want it. So I decided to open up the bank account because honestly, I thought that I needed to open up a bank account to apply for a mortgage loan, but then I found out I didn't. But regardless, I looked into this credit union and they offer a lot of great resources to bank members. So I am gonna keep it. Savings progress. Honestly, our savings progress is great. We met our sinking fund goal for closing. Well, we met our monthly sinking fund goal for closing costs. Debt payments, 0, because we don't have any debt as of right now. Let's go into our February budget a little bit more. If you haven't done so, I did do a wellness check, kind of like if you're checking in with your doctor, but for finances. That was a great check-in because I was able to set up our sinking funds, which I direly needed to do. I had been waiting for such a long time to set up the sinking funds. Finally got that out of the way. So let's look at February. I mean, overall, February went really well. Apparently I had some money left to budget, $107.23, left to spend $31.33. That's kind of right, but not really. I think after paying off our credit cards today, we were left over with like 170 something. I'll put the number up here for you guys to see. That amount is going to go straight into our closing costs sinking funds. Oh, actually, I wasn't going to add that to closing costs. I was going to add that to our car insurance number 2, JK, car insurance savings number 2. And I put number 2 because that one's due in November. So we were to put $175.57 into car insurance number 2. So let's go over these financial goals that I have right here really quick. We have save $200 for car insurance 2. I'm gonna give myself that goal, or would that be cheating? That'd be cheating, huh? So no, let's not do it. I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, stop all investments temporary. So we did that. We stopped all of our investments. If you guys haven't seen the financial wellness video that I just made, I talk about stopping our investments temporarily because we are just saving as much as we can for this big purchase that we're going to make, and that's going to be life-changing, I hope. Buying our first home is such a big deal to us, and even though I've ran the numbers over and over, and I literally have different pages open on my Notion and on my notes and everywhere, and just reminders that this is something we can do, that financially we are ready for, we have been preparing for the last few years, I still have a lot of anxiety over this decision. And I think it's just because it's such a big decision, pretty much a life-changing decision, because we won't be renting anymore. That will be a worry of the past, and I really look forward to that. But regardless, I just think my money journey has not been easy from the day that I could remember having anxiety over money. I think I was like 6 years old or maybe 5, and it's a very, very sad memory when I think about it. But from that very little tiny me age, I have had anxiety over money, and I think that's never going to go away. No matter how many times I run the numbers and I look at them and I'm like, yes, we could do this, we could afford it, it's possible, don't worry, what are you worrying about? It's always going to be something that I'm going to be worried about. So I decided to stop all investments, so 401k, IRA contributions, just to throw as much as we can into that closing cost sinking fund, and then just as much as we can into like a buffer home savings account. Save $1,000 or more for future home fund. I believe this I was supposed to change for closing costs, and we did do that. We did save $1,000 or more towards our closing cost sinking fund. Stay on track with budget and transactions, which I'm gonna give myself that because we did stay on track with a lot of our budgeted amounts, and I did stay on track with all the transactions. I'm very proud of myself. Very proud of myself about that, because usually I fall off the wagon like mid-month and then I'm like sitting down one day and just sitting down here for like an hour and a half updating my transactions, and I hate doing that. Enjoy February, it's a special month. Yes, we did do that. And then our wealth affirmations were, I will achieve my financial goals, I will be a homeowner one day. Now, looking over the budget really quick, we were short $24.43 on our savings goals. Investments went through as planned because I just recently, for my March 1st paycheck, that's when I kicked in the stop of investments. So we will see the change for March. So for savings, we did save over $1,000. We saved $1,567 with 96 cents towards our closing cost sinking funds, which is so great. And I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of us for doing that. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Bills all went as planned, all were paid. For housing, we did go over $10.65. I think I had like 2 things that broke that I really needed, so they weren't splurge buys. I actually needed them, and that's why we went over. And we went over on eating out, $28.72, but we did have a lot of family over, so to be fair, we had a reason. And then personal and pets, I went over $2.94 on personal. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Dylan. Fun, we had a difference of $48. I forget that usually for like activities that we're gonna have in February, I do try my best to prepare for them months prior, and that's what I did. We did end up buying snowboarding tickets prior to that month, so all that Dylan had to pay for was the $2 for parking, which was nice. And I did go over for mom and dad and miscellaneous. That's the money for the bank. Other than that, everything was really great. So let's fill in the monthly money reflections. What went well this month? What were my money wins? We met our savings goals, added over 1K towards closing cost sinking fund. I'm so happy about that. And then what else? I'd say stopped investments is a win, because I really didn't want to do it. But I did. Yay. I didn't want to do it because once more that money anxiety, but I have to give myself grace because investment wise, we've been doing so great. We've been doing actually amazing when it comes to investing. Yeah, I really need to give myself grace. And like I said, it's temporary. We're gonna start those investments up probably in August or October. More than likely October, more towards the second paycheck of October. Just the action of doing it was a little bit hard. So I definitely say that's a money win because I almost didn't do it. The future me is gonna thank me. I know that. What didn't go well this month? Honestly, nothing. Everything went great. Even though I didn't get to save $200 into that car insurance sinking fund, I'm really not giving myself a hard time about it because it's not due until November. So we have a lot of time to prepare for it, and we actually are on track with our sinking fund goals. So I'm okay with that. What can I improve and work on for next month? I guess I could improve on just reducing my anxiety over our choice to become homeowners. Yeah, reducing my anxiety over our choice to become homeowners. This is such a big deal to us. This is such a big goal that we've been working on for a couple of years. I mean, at one point it felt like it was never going to happen. And last year we actually were going to start the home buying process. I had already started talking to a lender. I had submitted all of our bank statements and everything, my paychecks and all of that. And I had a meeting, and then I just got cold feet and I couldn't move forward with it. But this time around, it's so different. It's so different. We just feel so sure about it. We feel so secure. But yeah, that anxiety is just gonna linger a little bit longer, I think. So maybe I just need to talk to my therapist. Anyways, that's my monthly money reflection. So let's look back into our Notion and fill out some takeaways. I'm gonna add this one as my takeaway. I think that's a good one. Reducing my anxiety over our choice to become homeowners. That is actually a really really great takeaway. Another one would be call mom and dad more often. I know I'm terrible. I am the worst daughter. I'm not. I think I'm a really great daughter. I love those two. I'd say another takeaway would be look into therapy for the anxiety that you're dealing with. I'm sure there's like more underlying trauma that goes into that. It's obviously the anxiety is happening. It's like being triggered. And I think, like I said, it's just something that I'm always gonna have to deal with, and maybe even therapy would not be enough to help solve it, right? Yeah, maybe that's a takeaway that I can look into for this month. I went ahead and I finished the rest of my Notion off camera just because I didn't want to bore you guys as I was trying to fill this up, but I also did do a bit of a change on the spreadsheet because just the way that I'm already going about it as I'm filming this, it didn't make sense. So let me show you guys really quick what I did. So at the very top, right, we have the reset, we have recap last month, we have wins and highlights, challenges, then we have financial overview. I'm going to put a previous month. So financial overview of previous month, and then I put takeaways for next month. And then on the bottom of that, I put my favorites and gratitude. I just felt like it made more sense like this than how I had it before. I think before I had favorites and gratitude all the way at the end while I'm setting up my goals for next month. Let's go over that before we get into my March budget. Goals for next month, top 3 priorities are get more sleep, have a consistent sleeping schedule. Number 2, create a cohesive content routine. And number 3, up monthly workouts to 15 a month. And I think those are all definitely obtainable. Like today, we worked out and I just worked out on the 1st of the month. So that's already 2 workouts. So I only have 13 left to go. Personal goals. So for personal goals, call mom and dad more often. This is something that I really want to achieve. I want to call them a bit more often. And yeah, I just want to be able to call them more often than just once a week right now. So maybe if we can up it to 2 times a week, I think that's a starter. Up to 2 times a week. There has been a little bit of a barrier in between me and my parents lately, and there's just a lot of stuff that's been happening that has caused that barrier to go up. I think it's more I'm trying to take care of my feelings. I'm not talking to them because I'm mad at them or anything like that. I'm not. I really adore my parents and we're in good terms. It's just there's a lot happening in the background that has been really, really difficult on me. Number 2, get back into a work-life balance routine. So end workday by 6 p.m. Baby steps. And what I mean by that baby step portion is, like I said, I'm really bad at taking my lunch or even taking my lunch on time. Or what I'll do is I'll eat my lunch and work at the same time. So start by ending my workday at 6 p.m. when I'm supposed to. Number 3, wake up at 6 a.m. every day, even if it's to drink a tea and watch Netflix. And I think this will go hand in hand with going to sleep early. I think this will help a lot, is if I start getting into the routine of waking up early, my body will get tired earlier and therefore force me to go to sleep earlier. Content goals, post 3 times on YouTube, which I think I might even surpass just based on the calendar that I've already created and how well I've been editing lately. And by I mean well, not like my editing style, because I still feel like I need a lot of work and I use iMovie, so there's not much that I can do. I mean, with Canva, it does help. There is a good amount I can do with Canva and iMovie together, but it's very time consuming to have to do both. I mean, with like my scheduling of it so far. So far so good. So far we're looking at more than 3 times. So like I said, if you haven't subscribed, now it's a good time to do so. Post 2 to 3 times a week on Instagram and TikTok, which I should be able to do at the very minimum 2. Yes, at the very minimum 2 times. That should be very much doable. Reach 800 subscribers on YouTube. We're pretty close, so I'm hoping I can make that happen by the end of March. Reach 760 subscribers on Instagram and 200 on TikTok. Instagram is the hardest. My engagement is so bad on Instagram, at least for my short form content. It's not as great on YouTube, to be honest. Sometimes it's like a hit or miss. It's definitely a lot better than Instagram. But TikTok, my short form content, it really thrives. Even just pictures, like carousels, it thrives. But on Instagram, it's so bad. Like, I just posted a video and I got like 3 likes. And I think they were all my family. Yeah, it's been a struggle on there. But I am pretty active on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm pretty active on my stories. There's a lot of behind the scenes that you're missing out if you're not following me there. And financial goals, I have not added them because I do have a financial goal on my budget spreadsheet. So now let's get into my March budget. I went ahead and I filled in the income section, but we will review it together. So for income, we are looking at the same amount of income as last month. I do like to work with my gross income, so that's before pre-tax and taxes being deducted. So the budget amount is $8,363.82. So far for my first paycheck of March, I've gotten $4,181.91. I am also getting a refund from the IRS, which actually just posted into our account yesterday. So we got $927. Then for my 401k match, that's $248 with 50 cents. HSA match, $356 with 24 cents. And that's actually the only investment that I didn't remove my HSA contributions. One, because I couldn't. It's an open enrollment type of situations. And I also didn't double check with my work, but I think I'm going to leave it because it's $178 with 13 cents that is deducted from my paycheck, and I can live without that every paycheck. That's fine. And 2, I left it because I do get that match on whatever amount I put towards it. So the max is $178 with 13 cents, but they contributed $178 with 12 cents. So it's just a cent difference. But yeah, it's free money. I'm gonna do it. So I left that alone. Interest earned, anticipated. I think in February, what did we get for interest? It was actually pretty high, 172 with 96. So I'm gonna actually copy that, 172 with 96, and I'm gonna paste that right there. The interest is gonna be higher. Now that we're adding more money into that account, I've moved a good amount of our emergency fund, our 6-month emergency fund, into that account just because I wanted to gain even more interest. Where our emergency fund is at right now, or half of it was, the full amount is an Ally, but where our home saving fund is at for our down payment, it's higher. So I want to get a little bit more interest while we are still in the process of buying our first home. So the total budgeted amount is $10,068 with 52 cents. Keep in mind, that's gross, not net. So far, we've gotten $4,485 with 49 cents. Actually, I think some of the interest should kick in tomorrow. But anyways, I'll just add what we have to work with. Pre-tax deductions, taxes, I already added that information. We don't have any debt, so that does not go, nothing goes on there as of right now. At least not until we get our mortgage, then we will have debt. It'll be good debt though. Investments, so $0 will go into 401k since we stopped all contributions. HSA is $356 with 26 cents. HSA match, the same, $356 with 24 cents because they do contribute 2 cents less. 401k, employer match is $2.50 with 92 cents. And then IRA, 0. So we're not adding anything on there. I do want to do a pay myself first method for this month, just like we did last month, because last month it worked out really, really well. I'm going to do 1,000 into our closing costs sinking fund. And then we still need some money for our car insurance. So if we look at our sinking funds for car insurance for May, I think we're still a little bit short, and May is before November, just in case you guys didn't know. Because I sure forgot, apparently, because we're still not done with the sinking fund. Look at that. We're still needing, how much are we short? Oh yeah, we're still short $180, right? Yeah, $180. So we'll add $180 towards our car insurance sinking fund for May. So let's do that, which would be just car insurance, not car insurance too. So 180. Great. And I think everything else is good. We do not need to add any more to future home. That's already fully funded. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Now, the next thing, I'm gonna do bills. I went ahead and I added the due dates for the bills. I'm just gonna copy the budgeted amount from last month, actually the actual amounts. I like to copy the actual amounts, and then I'll double check right now on my portals. And I'll do values only. Okay, perfect. So for water, our water bill, I think it's about the same. Let's see. I already got the bill, so I know exactly how much we're gonna pay. I know my electricity bill before our water bill. Let's look at the electricity bill. That's gonna be 62. How much did I pay last month? $75.23. Oh, it was a little higher last month. Okay, so for this electricity bill, it's $72.78, so a little less than last month. And then our gas bill is, oh, that's so nice. It's way less than last month. Last month it was $124 with 9 cents, but it was a really cold month. We did have like a bit of a heat wave for like a week and a half. I just started getting cold again. So for this month, we're paying $91 with 96 cents. And when I say last month, I'm talking about like previous month, because of the way the cycle works. It's kind of weird. Still a bit cheaper, which is nice. Okay, and then our water bill, that is, I still don't have it actually. I thought I did. So water, we don't know yet, so I'll just leave it at $84.81 and hope for the best. Water doesn't usually change. It's usually always that amount between $82 to like $86, right? Everything else is the same. Internet is the same. I think our cell phone bill is not due. Let me check. I don't think it's due, but I'm gonna double check. And I do need to update my credit card information on my cell phone. So let's see. Oh yeah, payment due date. So my bill is due. Everybody's, it should be due as well. So my portion is $90. I do pay for my mom and my dad. So we will be paying $255, but that's for the next 3 months, which is a really good deal, because if you divide that by 3 and you divide that by 4 lines, I'm only paying $21.25 per line. I'll have my link down below if you guys want to sign up with the phone carrier that I'm with. Not sponsored at all. Life insurance should be the same. Gym, I added it as a bill. It used to be under health and fitness. I moved it just to make my life easier. Netflix the same, Apple storage the same, YouTube Premium the same. And I'm gonna check my subscriptions to see if we have any subscriptions due, which I hope not. I like to check the yearly subscriptions because there are some things that I pay for yearly. In March, we have my sleep cycle that renews on the 19th, but I haven't been using it. I think I'm gonna cancel it because I really haven't been using it. It hasn't been, I thought it would help me with my sleep, and I just feel like it's just pointless to have it because it hasn't. So I'm gonna cancel it. It's cool to see when I'm in deep sleep and the average amount of sleep I'm getting, but other than that, it doesn't do anything. So I'm canceling it now. Yep, canceled subscription. Let's see how much we have left to budget. We have $3,545.76 left to budget. So for home items, I'm gonna do $10. I've been doing really good at not buying home items. I just do not want to buy any home items right now. I just don't want to buy things right now because we already have so much things and we need to purge with this move that's coming up. Moving is just so tiring. Just thinking about it makes me so tired. So $10 because we do not want to buy more things. Toiletries. I think I'm gonna do $50 for toiletries. It might actually be a lot. We might not need any toiletries. We've been doing really good so far without toiletries. Yeah, we'll just leave it at $50. All right, housing is done. I'm not gonna add anything to miscellaneous household needs because we don't need any miscellaneous stuff. Transportation, gas, 35. We actually should fill up. I saw when we were going to the gym today, we're at 35 miles left, so we should really fill up tomorrow. Car expenses, let's really try to give my car a nice car wash, so I'll put $10, and then that's done. Transportation is done. Groceries, I will do $700. Eating out, it's March. We're not gonna go anywhere for this month. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't have anything planned. I don't think Dylan has anything planned. So eating out, I'm just gonna do 50. That might even be too much. I really don't think we're gonna eat out that much. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 50. Personal and pets. So for personal, I'm just gonna do 50. Just what we did last month. What did we do last month? 50, 50. I'm just gonna copy all this. And I'm gonna increase the beauty one. I'm gonna increase it because I want to get Gel X. I really, really want to get my nails done. I did just a basic, regular French tip, and it was beautiful, but it did not last at all. I was even really careful. I was washing dishes with my gloves, but that did not last. So I'm gonna let's just do 200. 200. Yeah, 200 should be fine. It's a lot. It's because I do have a subscription. It's a lot because I have a $90 subscription that I honestly regret signing up for, and I should use that aesthetic subscription. The amount bundles up, so the $90 doesn't go to waste. I want the 6-month subscription to be over already because, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting old, which I am, but anyways, health and fitness. For healthcare, we're gonna do 50. I really want to try to see a psychiatrist to see if I should get back on anxiety medication. Fitness classes, let's do what we did last month, $60. Yeah. Let's do 60. And then fun and travel for fun, maybe 30. Travel, 0. We're not traveling. For this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy what's happened last month for business expenses. I'm gonna do miscellaneous business needs because I did buy a camera. I decided, okay, well, we got some money back from the IRS. Had a conversation with Dylan because we do not purchase anything that's like 200 or more. We talk to each other about. If it's 200 or less, I mean, we'll still talk to each other about it, but like we don't give each other a hard time about that. But any purchase that's 200 or more, we really have to have a serious conversation and really discuss whether it's going to be worth it or not. And I've really outgrown my vlogging camera, so this is like my long form content camera, my Osmo, and then I have the Canon Mark GX something mark. I've had that one since 2017, and honestly, months after I initially bought it, I regretted it because it's just not a good vlogging camera. So I've outgrown it. I outgrew it years ago, and it's been giving me a lot of issues, actually, a lot. So I decided to purchase a new camera, and I bought the Sony EV10, and it should be arriving in a couple of days. I actually just bought it today. So I'm gonna put the expense on there as a budget amount, and it was Sony. Oh, it's not EV10. Oh yeah, it's ZVE10. Sony ZVE10 in white. It's a really pretty color, but it was the cheapest one. I thought the black one would be cheaper, but I think it was a pretty good deal. And I also put it like on Camels, which is like a Amazon deal checker, and it said that it was the best deal. So I snatched it. So the total that I spent with taxes, it wasn't that. I think the total with taxes, yeah, it was $800 with 89 cents. But like I said, it's budgeted. At least now it is. I will be paying for it tomorrow, or once it withdraws from our credit card, I will immediately be paying for it with our IRS funds. So we'll have like 127 remaining from the IRS funds that we got. Yeah, we got 927 minus 800 and some cents, like 126, which is still good, still extra money that we'll have. Right, so now let's go to the last one, gifts, donations, and other. What did I put for February? I'm just gonna copy and paste and then edit it. So gifts, yeah, no, that's too much for gifts for this month. Last month there was a lot of birthdays, so it was making sense for last month. But let's look at my reminders, because I am bad with birthdays. So I have to put reminders, and we do not have any birthdays in March. Thank goodness. So $0 for March. Donations, let's do 50. Mom and dad, I will leave that what it is. Actually, I think actually it should be less, 100. For Coco, I need to check in with my parents and see if she's going to need any shots, because she probably is due for her allergy meds. So I'm going to leave it at 65 for now. And then miscellaneous, I always do $10. I do always try to give every dollar at home, but sometimes there's that weird purchase or whatever that needs, I don't know, a random home like miscellaneous. So yeah, let's see how much money we have left, because that is my last category. Yeah, that's our last category. Left to budget, $948.08. Where could we add more money, or where should we put that? Let me just review our current budget right now. Everything looks good. Home items look fine. Yeah, I really don't think we'll go over that one. I don't want to. Personal should be fine. Kitties should be fine. Healthcare. I really don't know how much my visit to a psychiatrist would cost me, because I have a high deductible insurance, so I'll just do 100 just to be safe. $60 for fitness classes should be fine. I've already signed up for a couple. I just need to add them to my transactions. I did that today. Fun should be fine. Yeah, I think everything should be good. Maybe miscellaneous, I'll up that to 20. I don't know if we'll have any more miscellaneous home buying stuff that we'll have to do. I don't think so, but just to be safe, I'll do $20. So now let's go back. We have $888.08. Let's do a double take on the sinking funds. We can add more into our closing costs. For pets, I think our new goal for pets is $1,500. Actually, I do want to take my cats to their wellness check this year. Take all 4 at the same time? No, thank you. I will take 2 at a time. And I think that's like an additional, well, I'm in February. That's an additional like $60 per cat. Let's do $250 for the kitty cats. Okay, now we have $768.08. I'm gonna up our closing costs to 1,000. My butt is hurting. Okay, 1,650. We're gonna add that immediately. 1,650, and now we have $118.08 left to budget. Let me go back to our sinking funds. Gosh, I'm having such a hard time with where in the world to add this. I'm just gonna add it to our closing costs, all of it. Let's just do it all. Do it all to closing costs. So it's 1,768. So let's just do 1,700. And then 6808, we're gonna put it under this general expense category. I'm gonna use it as a buffer this month, where I can pull from it if I need to add to different categories. So I'll just do that. I'll use it as a little buffer. And that's a zero-based budget. And the last thing we need, I swear, we're almost done here, is our monthly financial goals. So for monthly financial goals, I'm gonna put save 1,700 towards closing costs sinking fund, or I'm gonna put add 1,700 to closing cost sinking fund. We want to add more money, honey. Add 180 to car insurance for May sinking fund, because that one needs money. What else? Stick to the budget and savings goals set. What else? Sign up on Rover. I've been wanting to do Rover. Sing. I'm tired. Sign up on Rover. We're gonna put cute emojis on that one. Wealth affirmations. I'm just gonna copy the wealth. I'm gonna copy the wealth affirmations from last month because I really loved those. Those were super cute, super duper cute. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is a zero-based budget, and our monthly financial goals are filled up. Our wealth affirmation goals are filled up. And I think the last thing that I had to do, oh yeah, is copy and paste my financial goals from my budget spreadsheet to my Notion. So let's do that. If you made it all the way through, thank you so much. I was really hoping that this wasn't going to be as long as I feel like it was. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of editing to do, but I know it's going to be worth it. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. It's free. I would love to have you here forever. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Once more, thank you so much for sticking all the way through. You guys are the best, and I'm so happy that you're here. Bye guys.